Good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome back with some more EACS action. It's already week 2, and we're going to be jumping into action from Group A yet again. As you can see on my side, I have the one and only Cal. Cal, how are you doing tonight, my friend?
I mean, I'm having a lovely evening, man. I'm just glad to be here, man. A lot of action we are going to see today, so I don't know, man. How do you feel about the first game, PDX and Maven? What do you think about that one?
Yeah, I was already in the chat, in the YouTube chat. I was giving my predictions. I think Paradox are going to be able to win this one. However, I'm a huge fan of close games. I'm a huge fan of close BO3s as well. So I hope tonight, at least in this first BO3, we're going to be able to take a look at the first control game ever so far. But it's gonna be difficult. In my opinion, Paradox are going to be able to go home with a 2-0 victory here.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go and say 2-0, but I'm just hoping Maven, be able to maybe unbalance a little bit, just make it 2-1, maybe get that S&D off more. I know PDX have got a very solid team there, no doubt. So hopefully S&D might be the only chance for Maven to go and get it. But yeah, these are the standings going into match 2, and oh my god, it's all 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. I mean, we saw this in the EACS qualifiers where it was all 2-0, 2-0, literally. And that's exactly what we're seeing for week 1 as well. So I don't know, man. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think the matchups that could be close are yet to come. Obviously, I mean in week 3 we're going to be seeing NRW against the side of Paradox. That is going to be a close one, I believe. But yeah, it's 2-0 across the board. We do have pretty much all the teams that have already won in a 2-0 fashion. If they win another one, if they win another 2-0, they are already through into the next stage. So tonight for Paradox and NRW, that's going to be the goal to qualify themselves. And then in week 3, where they play each other, well, they're going to decide who's going to be top one and who's going to have to settle for that second spot. Because again, the seeds, which is the placement within the group, is going to play a huge role when it comes to the bracket part of the tournament. That being said, here we have the roster of Paradox. These are the 5 players that are going to be participating here tonight. It's going to be Meeks, Toxic, Muji, Meow. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that one. Sorry, and
We're
Derek's.
just gonna call it me for today, man. We're gonna call it me,
Me,
bro.
I I was looking forward to you, Cal, telling me how to pronounce that one because you are way more experienced with African
We
teams
might
than
as
I
well call
am.
him the me, man. We might as well call him the even the meow. I don't know, man, because the name itself is actually funny, but me will do for tonight, man. But yeah, PDX roasted there. Darox as well. If I'm not mistaken, the stage 4 E player, Darox, a
Yep,
very
yep.
viable figure on this team. So yeah, that's a player I'm looking forward to going to seeing on the big stage on the ECS, man.
Yeah, Derek's is also their in-game leader, so the player that gives the calls on what is to be done, especially in S&D where you have time to breathe, but also in Hardpoint, he tells his anchors and the players they should be rotating to go ahead and do their job. Here's the roster of Maven. We do have Gabby. He's a very solid player. I've had the pleasure to play ranked with him as well, and he's a very good player indeed. Nell, Shensei, Corazon, and Nyx. Again, I love Maven. I think they are a very promising roster, but I think they're gonna be having a. Okay, so Nyx is not actually playing. It's gonna be Svin jumping into the main 5, but even with Svin, ladies and gents, which I believe is also a very new addition to the roster, I think, in my very humble opinion, the side of Maven is going to find it very difficult tonight against Paradox.
Yeah, I mean, I think I also agree with that one. PDX are a very good team. There's no doubt there. And Maven, I haven't really, gotten the best of them yet. So maybe they might bring something to that table. Hopefully, in such a destroy, which is going to be on firing range. But Hardpoint, I see them to kick things off. Crossfire control. These are classic maps. I think maps that every single player in the game by now should know how to play. The call out, the passport, and everything. These are maps we all know a little bit too well. So I see at the Hardpoint. That's going to be where we kick things off here. And PDX, so far, the hardpoint game has been top notch. And maybe a bit shaky, of course, losing to the very first fixture there. So maybe they might be able to do something in hardpoint Hacienda. But I don't know, man. I think the only chance they have here is on that S&D firing range, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them play in S&D because if I'm not mistaken, they struggled a lot in Hardpoint against NRW. And again, NRW and Maven are both European teams, so there was no ping difference there. However, in S&D, they actually made it close. It was a 7-5 victory for the side of NRW. Again, a victory is a victory, but still, Maven made it close. So I think you might be right here, Kel. I think they might be causing a bit of trouble for Paradox, at least in firing range.
Yep, and there goes the map preview as well. And PDX, they are going to get a 4.5 star rating. I've honest, when I watched the stream last week, I was so impressed with the whole rating system. I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. And PDX 4.5 star, Maven 3 star. I mean, the stars already tell you what to expect. But the thing about Call of Duty Mobile is you can get shocked, you can get stunned. So, hopefully this is one of those games where you actually go and see an actual shocker. But yeah, we got in, man. Straight to action, man.
Straight to the action indeed. It's going to be a bloodbath anywhere near this P1. We do have the Type 63 for Danilo. He's an incredible player when it comes to that marksman rifle. We're looking toxic, looking to hold the lobby spawns. Going to be able to find a couple opening frags. And so far, so good. Both teams dipping their fingers, their toes inside of the point. However, it's the side of Maven with the better start when it comes to the scoreboard.
7 and 6 here. Now, back to P1. This is the most open one where it's all about, being able to win your gunfights, control the map here, and get that early setup for P2. And that's exactly what they are going to be in Echo on their callouts. But now, Miyu takes a triple kill there. That was Ryuji as well coming in. And 21-8. We've got 14 seconds and counting down for P1. They need to make their way for P2 now. And of course, rotations are going to be very important now for Maven, as they are not going to be on the back foot. 21-8 here, and PDX already making a statement on that P1.
Yeah, and guess what? They got the rotation towards P2 as well. 3 players already there. They're fighting on the pool side. Muji is going to be coming out on top. We do have Sensei looking to push through, able to find one. We're still looking to push through the smoke. He's going to be able to contest, but Derek's takes care of him. The push still coming. Derek's finding the double clear. Now the point, the push from Gabby coming from Zik. Can he get one kill? He can, but quickly traded by Danilo. The side of Paradox doing a fantastic job to hold on to this P2 despite persistent pushes coming from the side of Maven.
Yeah, look at that. Sparrow's going to come in through earlier from Toxic there, man. You saw that they gets a double on that kill fit, and that's going to be Toxic me now as they retake that hill. 51-point mark and counting. And this is just going to be a slow time for PDX and Maven, which is, trying to get some scrap time here, but it's still not working. Darrek's taking a double kill. Make that triple, make that 4. The Equalizer goes on a rampage, and of course, PDX here, good start, all the way now to P3, and who's going to get there first? Maven, they have to make sure they get there first, but again, look at that mini map, man, it's all PDX.
Yeah, it's PDX doing a fantastic job in P1 and P2. Now the P3 rotation is going to favor Maven. Obviously, they gave up on that scrap time. Huge investment, by the way, coming from the side of Paradox and that P2. 2 operators coming out, but, they have a massive lead thanks to that. Can they break through in this P3? It's going to be difficult. We do have the Annie coming out. The Annie is going to be taken care of as well. And the side of Maven holding on to this one is Vin. Is able to find one. Karasan able to find another. And the War Machine of Sensei now looking to provide a bit of cover for the players inside of the point. And Maven doing a good job so far. We do have the Equalizer coming out as well for the side of Maven. Toxic able to find 2. Looking to spawn trap. And he's doing a fantastic job to spawn trap then. Sven able to find a couple kills with this operator. Now the Tempest of Gabby coming out. Speaking about huge investments, Paradox pulled out 2 operators in the previous Hardpoint. Maven pulled out 3 in this one.
I mean, it's literally a go-for-go thing, right? Both sides, of course, bringing all the heavy guns out. But now we're going towards P4. The Type 63 there, maybe might not be the best gun choice for a map like this, but what am I to say that? It's 89-45. They are not too far apart anymore, are they? And now P4, you are going to see Maven get there first, and maybe this is where PDX now have to start rethinking their strategy. You want to rotate first. You do have that lead here as well. You need to make sure you get that the hard point first, get there first, get the anchor spots, and just try to outplay and outslay the players of Maven. But that's exactly not what they're doing. As now we see Maven, Sparrow comes to hand for now, trying to get this long range kill. This is finally value for on that one, but they do have people locked in. Death Machine comes in, gonna get the 1 kill, force Daniel as well, but so far, so good. It's 89 and 67, PDX still have that lead, but Maven are closing that gap.
Yeah, they're doing a fantastic job to close the gap. P3 and P4 are looking almost flawless for the side of Maven. Obviously, they're pulling out quite a few operators. However, they're forcing the side of Paradox to pull their operators as well. We do have Danilo now with the War Machine, able to find the pick on Sensei. Still has the War Machine, but he's going to be traded. Only 1 kill with his operator. That is not huge value, and the scrap time is still going to be fought for. It's Paradox getting the last 5 seconds. However, the rotation towards the second P1 of the game is going to be crucial, as we do have here Sensei finding a beautiful 2-piece lane behind the sofa. Sven helping him out, finding the pick on Muji, and now the fight for P1 continues, as we do have Gabby jumping inside of it, but quickly traded by the PDX roster.
Yeah, the 100-point mark now across the PDX and Maven now still playing catch-up, but it's not that bad, is it? It's not far apart. The 20-point mark difference between both of them. So we're going to come down to who's able to hold the P1 and extend that lead by a little more. Maybe PDX, as they have it locked in now on lockdown. It's going to be a trade coming to Gabby, 10-kill mark. The SMG in hand for Miuchi. That upper ground confirms that kill. Doesn't get a double. The Annie is for Miu. It's a double that Annihilator looking for more players to get shut down. Might get a third one there. Just didn't find the value. That he takes one down. And so far, so good. PDX, they have that lead in. They've been able to get the better of P1. So now Maven might want to start playing for that P2. Get the anchor spot in favor. Try to outslay PDX once again. And maybe they might still be able to go and tie things up here. But nah, it's not anything like it.
They do get the early rotation towards P2, and they do have not really. The side of PDX are still spawning a driveway, so it's going to be difficult here for the side of Maven to hold on to this particular point. Toxic pushing through, able to find the double, and pulls out his operator. We do have the Death Machine coming out as well, and just like that, P2 now under control of the side of Paradox. We're doing a fantastic job to hold on to this one. Muji should be able to find the double. He does, with the help of his teammate. Sensei, though, from behind, clears out the point. Almost Derek's pulls his equalizer. He has something to say. Once again, a 4-piece from Derek's. And just like Paradox, maintain control over this particular hardpoint. It's almost a perfect replica of the first 2 hardpoints we had in the first rotation of the points. P1 and P2, the side of Paradox are flawless.
Yeah, you cannot deny that one. The equalizer there, simply beautiful. It's now scrap time being played by PDX, but they need to get P3 and look at that mini map. It's going to be Maven making get way towards P3 first, and this is exactly what we saw the first time out. Maven get P3 and P4 first, and they are able to actually hold it down. PDX now, they are going to get scrap time totally locked in for that P2, as they now send players to P3, but now the Tempest, oh my god! The double takes them out and shuts them down. And now back to P3 here. Contest still there. This is going to be effective kill mark for the man. Just trying to get values. Down's close to him. The punching glove on Mike Tyson is going to fall. 45. This is no longer close, man. No longer close.
Yeah, it's not close, but the side of Maven once again holding on to this P3, and oh, for the triple. That is absolutely insane. He's going to be shut down by Sensei, who's looking to find a couple more kills from the smoke, unable to do so, and Paradox finally do manage to clear out the point here. What can they do? For how long can they hold on to this P3? Well, first time around, they didn't manage to get many seconds away, but Derek's this time has pulled out the boxing gloves, and he's doing a fantastic job. Hunter killer out. He's going to be able to find one with the Hunter killer. Yet another with the boxing gloves. Picks up the USS. And just like that, the side of Paradox are going to get plenty of time off of the second P3 of the game.
Yep, and now we go to P4. It's 200-point mark now locked in by PDX, so close to that finish line, better than before. And Maven now just still playing catch-up, and here's not really been in their favor, has it? And now Toxic, waiting with Titi for next, but it's going to get shut down there, so not the fastest one, not the best one. But Maven are going to get P4. We saw that on P3, they got there first, but they lost it wholly to PDX, and now Maven again are going to make that same play, get P4, and now we see Miu and Toxic coming in to clear that hill. Toxic with the spiral finds value. Miu comes in, Sensei for the trade, and Miu as well, still active and taking players down, but now finally shuts them down. 216, 111, PDX, Maven, P4, a total slaughterhouse, man.
It's a total slaughterhouse anywhere close to that particular hard point. Now though, Maven have a couple hopes left. To Spin with his equalizer, looking to streak up, looking to hold on to this particular point, looking to hold off the opposing pushes. Can he find yet another one? He's pushing very far out, and the machine pistol is going to do the job. However, Miyu with the Annie able to find one, quickly traded. We do have Sensei. Ooh, that point was crucial. Only able to find one. Could have done a bit more damage there, but still his teammates able to find the remaining kills on the side of Maven. Looking to close down the gap, looking to make it difficult for the side of Paradox. However, bad news for all Maven supporters is yet another P1 coming. And the previous two ones, it's been Paradox all over the scoreboard, all over the kill feed, and they're starting to feast yet again.
Yeah, they are going to get P1. The War Mission now in for playing before there. Trying to get value for that one. Now confirms the one kill. Me finds a trade. Danny Yellow takes a double with the War Mission. 230 point mark closing in. And now they are going to lock it. I might not jinx it. I did not jinx it, Jack. He's going to find the 230 point mark locked in. BDX now. P1 might get a full 60 there. Maven trying to get that contest in, but they can't find any value now. Spin confirms the one kill. Takes out Darox now. Top control. Muji, Toxic. All the players in blue. 245. It's almost over. I think I jinxed the equalizer now. But Darox comes to play for Maven. So trying to contest, but there's not a single player in sight. 250, 142 is going to be our scoreline. PDX win.
Yeah. Woo. Nice PDX win. I mean, you and I kind of predicted this one. But, I mean, the way Paradox holds on to P1 needs to be studied. Maven had absolutely no idea what they were doing in those 3 P1s. They had absolutely no answers. Here's the scoreboard, 250, 142. They tried their very best, Maven, but all in vain as they end up losing map number 1. Derek's 42 kills on board, joined by Toxic on the same amount of kills as well. Derek's almost with 2 minutes inside of the point as well. Miyu, though, the main OBJ player, this time around 2 minutes and 10 seconds, 34 kills to go. Long as well, and Danilo with a Type 63, which you weren't very happy about. He did manage to pull out 1.0 KD, not bad at all. And Muji to conclude the roster on 24 kills. On the other side, we did have Svin on 37, 26 for Karas on 25, for Sensei Nell on 23, and then Gabby to conclude the roster on 20. Well, Hardpoint, it's over. That's nothing that the side of Maven should be worrying about just now. Obviously, they need to go back and look at the VOD and figure out what went wrong for upcoming matches. But right now, they need to focus on that S&D game. And both you and I, Cal, believe that they might be able to prove a bit more difficult to play against in that S&D game.
Yeah, I think I want to believe it, but what I just saw in Hardpoint, the Gods got 11 not too far apart. Yes, I'm not going to say it was a total slaughterhouse or anything, but I just think PDX, they have the better composure here, they have the better chemistry somehow, and these players, they might just have the better gun skill too. But I guess S&D, the map will speak for itself. But I think I'm going in favor of PDX, man. Unfortunately, man, I'm going to leave you on that boat, man. You and Maven, right. Me and PDX.
All right, well, I'll stick with Maven for this one. I will stick with Maven for the S&D game, mainly because I really, really want to see a control map coming through. Here are the standings. Quick reminder to everybody watching in chat. So far, everything we've seen throughout week 1, it's been a clear 2-0 victory for all the teams that have won, and a 0-2 loss for all the teams that have lost, obviously. Right now, we are currently in Group A, and we're taking a look at the match between place number 2 and place number 3, 4. Maven with 0 points. You can place them wherever you like. Paradox, though, if they manage to win this one in a 2-0 fashion, that is going to secure them the ticket into the next stage of the tournament. That's exactly what they're trying to do. They did a fantastic job in Hardpoint, and now they are halfway through. They just need one more win in this S&D game on firing range. However, Maven supporters, me included, believe that Maven still have a chance to keep themselves alive in this BO3.
I mean, I'm not gonna go against you there, man. But clearly, I just think PDX, they've been better, man. They've just been that better too. So, well, Maven, S&D has to just, be something of a a very heavy work for Maven where they have no choice but to actually go and give it everything they have. Because if you lose this one, you automatically might not qualify because PDX automatically win. They qualify, and NRW most likely looking to also qualify after their matchup for today. So if you're Maven right now, the only thing on the books for you is you have to win S&D. Take a sort of freaking map fee. Maybe, just maybe, make that reverse ship come to pass. But I mean, if which is what Hustles, right? Which is what Hustles.
Yeah, I mean, they knew it was never going to be easy, and trust me, it's not easy to play against the side of Paradox. We saw a slight glimpse in that Hardpoint game. Once again, I'm very excited to see them here in S&D. We had Muji bottom fragging for his roster in that Hardpoint game. However, in S&D, he's going to be the main sniper, the guy rocking the sniper. Looking forward to seeing him getting those opening bloods. In firing range, also a map that you can pretty much wallbang from everywhere. So definitely looking forward to seeing him in action over there. That being said, though, we are still waiting on staff to fix everything with the black boxes and everything that chat already was kind enough to let us know on the YouTube chat. We appreciate you guys looking out and trying to make the stream as qualitative as possible. We are trying to do the very same, so please bear with us for the moment being. That being said, though, Kel, I'm gonna put you in a very tough spot.
My uncle's talking to me, chat. You guys keep quiet. Uncle Blood, go ahead.
No, it's only a simple question. You believe Paradox are gonna win S&D. What do you think the scoreboard is gonna be?
On a normal day, I try to escape these questions by just playing around and all that. But I'm just gonna be factual here. I think 7-4, 7-3, man. I mean, Maven are a really good team. You can't deny that. But I don't see PDX getting a 7-0. It's not possible. Maven are definitely going to get rounds, but I don't see Maven getting that win either. So maybe in 7-3, 7-4, but not 7-5, man. That's too far. But what do you think?
They got a 7-5 against NRW International, though. So, no, all right. So wait. Look, I'm gonna put you in a more difficult position now. Do you think Paradox are better than NRW in S&D at least?
Oh, come on, man. Okay, this is one of those questions where I'm not gonna answer. I'm just gonna be like, we are gonna find out together when the game happens, chat. But for now, let's go to this weekend, man. Once again.
We will definitely find out in week 3, ladies and gents, so don't miss it out. That being said, though, it appears that we're ready and we're jumping into firing range. We already know the statistics. The side of Paradox, they've had a flawless run in EACS, 6-0 victory when it comes to the maps, 8-4 for the side of Maven. And firing range, it is Paradox now going to have to defend for the first 6 rounds. Maven are going to have to be the aggressors. What are they thinking about? It's looking like it's going to be a B push. However, they do have one sniper looking to hold mid. What can they do? Look at that. Beautiful for Muji. Finding a double. Derek's bottomwood able to find another. Muji finds yet another. 1-4 piece.
Yo, I wish production can show my face for a minute there. I was like, my mouth is wildly open. Muji there with the 4-kill mark in round 1. That was absolutely dirty. And PDX, just proving my point here slowly and surely, man. I'm not even gonna get too cocky yet, bro. Let's go. Round 2, here we go, man.
I told you, bottom fragging Hardpoint, that doesn't matter. S&D is gonna pop off, and pop off it did in round number 1. Look at that, it's a flawless round so far for the side of Paradox. It's all up to Corazon. Can he break Paradox's hearts and clutch an ace here? It's gonna be difficult. It's almost practically impossible. Finds one. What more can he do while he's rushing towards B? Looking to find another one, but it's gonna be yet again your boy Muji. 5 kills in total so far in just 2 rounds.
I mean, the words are not really coming out there. But 2-0, and Maven, I did say 7-4. I might have to bring that on a little bit there, but don't be too fast. 2-0, and now we go to round 3 where this is going to be now. Forget to pick up that bomb for Maven, and now first kill comes through, direct shot down. So Maven now, they do have numbers, 5v4. They might be able to use that to work now. Might just be, maybe the rise of the Phoenix here for their side. Miyu, or if I extended a little bit too much now, going towards Screws, finds the 1 player there, but the aim is not aiming, and he's still going to find the kill still. Flank this one? Doesn't find that one, man.
Nah,
2v,
he's gonna get
2v4.
traded. 2v4 indeed. We do have the HS of Toxic. He's gonna pick up the Tundra. What can he do? Oh, they're lining up for him. Nell is gonna fall. Finds the hit marker. That's rather unfortunate, but beautiful accuracy. Nevertheless, turns with a shotgun. Yet another hit marker. And he's gonna be taken care of by Gabby this time around. Muji, the man who got 4 kills in round number 1. Can he find a triple in round number 3 to keep the flawless run of Paradox going? Well, Gabby is gonna patiently wait, lay down, and surely... What? How is Gabby missing that one? He had everything lining up for him. Muji able to find the trade now. Time is his biggest enemy because Maven players do not counter Sensei from the side with the Odin. Able to find that pick, and Maven wins the very first round.
This is one of those plays where I literally had my hands on my head. Like, if he clutched that, I was going to buy a new car tomorrow. But, now I don't have to buy a car. It's round 4 now, 2-1. PDX have that lead. But Maven able to get that round. So, maybe I might have jinxed PDX here. The cast is cursed. Please do not happen. Bobby, stay away from me, man. Now, round 4 here. Maven so far just, trying to get that scoreboard tied up. And PDX, you have that lead family locked in as well. It's a 5v5. Nobody has been gotten down. Snipers. Now, Gabby finds very first kill again. Opening first left for them. Once again, now PDX Backford 5v4. If they have, had numbers for the first 2 rounds they won. And whenever they lose numbers first, they do tend to lose a round. The last one we just saw that. And now it's a round 4 where so far the wall ban from Muji, I don't think that's going to find any value for that one. But Sven takes out Darks. Now it's going to be a 3v4.
Oh, he does! He found that kill somehow, Muji, with a wallbang. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see it. Muji finds yet another one. He just keeps on going. Someone stop this guy on the other side of the map, close to Showers. Sensei is going to put an end to Miyu with the machine pistol. Now it's Toxic with the HS. Obviously, it doesn't have much range on that bad boy, so he's going to try his very best, but so far, not really successful. Gabby is going to push him, and that's the wrong move. Toxic able to find the pick on him. Is Sensei going to try and flank? Muji on top 10, making sure that Sensei does not push towards trailer. That's his job there. Now he's looking, expecting the B rotation. That's not really going to come through. Bomb is going to be picked up. Sensei throws a nade inside of trailer. Did not cook it well. And Toxic is going to be unharmed. But nice change of pace coming from the side of Maven. Toxic looking to push through, but look at that. Sensei baiting his teammate. Nicely done. And once again, Muji unable to clutch the 1v3 in the previous round. Can he clutch the 1v2 in this one?
I guess we're going to find out now. He's got the sniper in hand on Tundra. No, but the bomb has gone down for Maven. So PDX now unnoticed. And it's all down to Muji with the sniper in hand. Trying to get a value for this one. Says the man through trailer. A single picks that will do it. Of course he does. 1v1. Now Muji closing in. Still a lot of time on that clock. Might be able to make it work. The man is still there on A-long. The SMG in hand. But Muji with that sniper. As now they go. Oh my God, Muji. Clutches and PDX are going to lock in that lead. 3-1 for Muji. What a man.
Yeah, he's not a man. He's a whole team right now. It's Muji against the world. 11 kills in 4 rounds. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. He has more kills than almost every other player combined right now. Well, not really. Sensei and what? Danilo and Miyu combined, they have 10. Danilo able to find the opening frag, almost connects a second. Is he gonna go for the fancy wall bangs? He's trying. Oh, he gets the pick on Carson as well. Nice double here from Danilo to start things off. Sven patiently waiting for Toxic to peek that one. Can be able to find one. Sven finds one, but quickly traded by Derek's, who's traded himself. And now it's a 2v2 yet again, but guess what? Guess who's alive? Muji. Yeah.
Man is still there, man. The nightmare. He's going to be a nightmare for them. And also 1v2 Sensei. Left to go and clutch against Muji and Miyu. Not the best, duo you want to go up against now is Sensei. In that trailer, it's surrounded. Yeah, Meister the man, and okay. It's Marcos, nobody falls. So Sensei unnoticed now, critically low, has to back down. The movement, the zigzag might save him, but I don't think they were chasing him though. The bomb hasn't got down, mind you. The bomb is also not in hand. Or it is in hand.
It is, yep. Yeah, he has a free B plant if he wants to go for that. but he's trying to. I mean, he's waiting for the opposition to actually make that B rotation, potentially find a kill, and then go for the bomb plant. We'll see who's going to be more patient. Is it going to be Sensei or Miu and Emoji? Well, Miu and Emoji both holding hands inside trailer and should be able. Yeah, Miu going to find the easiest kills he's ever gotten in competitive Call of Duty Mobile right there, and that's Paradox winning yet another round.
I mean, 4-1, so I might not have jinxed them yet. I don't know. No, so let's see then. PDX, yeah. No, trying to just close things off early, yeah. And I did say 7-4. Maven, you at least need to get that 4-point mark. And maybe the reverse might still happen, guys. So Uncle Blood might have not lied to us, chat. We might still Maven want to get that win. Now Svin first blood. Dark's there trying to get a trade. Does not get any value. He's going to get shot down. A bit too greedy, I must say. But now 3v5 numbers are going to be in favor of Maven and PDX. Not the best for to start on round 6.
Yeah, but I mean, they've come back from worse, so don't count them out just yet. Shense able to find the pick on Danilo, though. That's a crucial kill. Muji, the only player left alive now, as Corazon finds a pick on Toxic. And now he has a very tough task in front of him. But if anyone can do it, it's Muji. He's been on 11 kills since that round 4. We're currently in round number 6. What can he do? Well, surely he's going to die now because he's not expecting somebody to be laying down right there. He gets the hit marker nevertheless, but Nell, with a USS from that kind of range, has pretty much, all the odds in his favor. That being said, we're going to be switching sides, and now Paradox are going to have to be the aggressors. They only need 3 more victorious rounds to wrap things up in this BO3.
Yeah, 3 more to go, and well, are they going to get a 3 spree here? Maybe Maven might still have something to go and see here. Hopefully they do, because I don't want to see a 7-2 here. That was not my prediction, man. I don't want to fail the predictions, man. So, Sniper, Bomb is going down really fast. And now, able to get that correct read, confirms the very first kill. Bomb is not going down. Danny Yellow confirms that trade, takes out Shensei. Very important kill. Now, Darox going to be now through that door. Toxic shots him down. It's a 4v3, and numbers are going to be in favor of PDX.
Not for long. 3v3 now as the trade does come through from Svin. He's been crucial. He finds yet another one. And Muji able to find the pick on Corazon through mid. Now Danilo in a very difficult position, but he does manage to find the pick on Svin. Picks up his Odin as well. And now it's all up to Gabby to find a double and also defuse the bomb with less than 25 seconds left on the clock. He needs to make a move. What can he do? Well, not much. He spots Danilo behind the A head glitch. He's looking to peek him. He knows somebody is inside trailer, or at least has a slight idea. And that's going to be Danilo with the Odin of Svin, able to find the kill. That's going to secure Paradox their 5th victorious round.
I mean, 5-2 chat, it's getting a little bit too far apart now for Maven. If they want to start that reverse swim, it's got to be now. It has to be now. 5-2 as we head into that round 8 head button, and Maven, well, not the best spot they want to be in. Now, sniper for Danielo, 7 kill mark, sniper in hand. Trying to get the first blood in his name. He might get it. Almost got lucky there, but doesn't really see that man slide through. I think he did, but now doesn't find the Shensi. And found the very first kill. Very vital. Takes out Miu. And the 5v4 early on for Maven. Numbers in their favor, man.
Yeah, once again, the side of Paradox in the previous round, they went for a very aggressive A push. Right now, they tried to go for it. Lost one player immediately. Fell back. Danilo, though, able to find the pick on Gabby. So we're tied when it comes to the player advantage. 4v4. Sensei quick to find the pick on Danilo, and Svin should be able to find this one. Oh, he completely chokes it. Needs to be careful that nobody pushes through top. Muji able to find the pick on Sensei. Now still Nell inside of trailer, patiently waiting to get pushed. Toxic is there, thinking about it, just laying down. Now he's good. Oh, he's peeking, he's pushing, he's finding the kill as well. Nicely done, as Nell has absolutely nothing against that, apparently. Unable to connect enough shots to find the kill. Corazon and Svin 2v3 with bomb already down. You kind of have to win this round if you really believe in a comeback. What can Corazon do through the window? Not much. Svin throws a smoke. Ninja defuse? He fakes it.
Doesn't really count? No, man. I was just stumped there trying to see what was going to come out of that name. Maybe a ninja defuse, but still, Darrox, man. confirms it. Match point, also series point, mind you. If they win this round, it's game over, and they automatically qualify for the playoffs, man. So PDX, man, this is it. They are one step closer to heaven, and Maven are just one step closer to be going back to hell. And this might not be the best one to be in, but again, Maven, they've very good fight so far, but they just need to find a way to balance things out. Take this round, tie things up, maybe get that win in SMD, get up control. It's still doable, Chan. You can't tell. No, it's a 2v3 in the numbers now in for Maven, but now Darren's going to try to get that window, climb almost gets it. Oh, he's going to fall out. Might get shot down. Yes, they find him 1v3 now. Muji, only man on that board for PDX, might be able to get that win, but he's got to go full on God mode. That's for sure. The Sensei, Corazon, and Svin might just save Maven here another round, and now Muji might get the kill there. The pistol does not fill the man. 1v2, and Maven, man, they can't let this man clutch this. They can't let this happen.
Well, he was very close to spotting Sven there. He spotted him, but the push from Corazon does come through. The sandwich is going to work out for the side of Maven. Muji unable to clutch yet another 1v3, and Maven holding on. But, it's going to be difficult, man. Winning 4 back-to-back rounds against the side of Paradox just to go into the lead. We still have overtime. It's going to be almost impossible. Svin and Neldo looking to make the impossible happen. Able to find 1 kill each. Danilo finds a trade. Bomb already being planted by Derek's over at A, and Danilo is going to find yet another one. Yet another round where he finds a double. Not bad at all. We talk a lot about Muji with 14 kills on board now, but Danilo makes it a triple in this round. He has 12 in total.
Oh my god. Corazon trying to get that flag to work, but he's going to get shot down by Muji. But now Gabi in a 1v2, that was a 1v3, now it's a 1v2 left, so going to get that clutch. The players are in trailer, and Sniper was gets timing. But caught timing, feels the man, Sniper still in hand. Maybe a defuse. Pro is not fake, but the man does fake that. Sniper still in hand for him. Just looking for a single piece. All time is going, but Mike Tyson, Anthony Joshua, PDX confirmed that win. 7-5.
Yeah, that is vintage Derek's pulling out the boxing gloves and, going for that final kill. I mean, even if he died there, he still had 1 teammate alive and less than 10 seconds on board. So it was practically impossible there for Gabby to clutch that particular one. Still a good fight that Maven put up, but all in vain, as they do end up losing the BO3 in a 2-0 fashion. And that means Paradox are going to be the very first team that guarantee themselves a place into the next stage of the tournament. Taking a look at the scoreboard, though, Muji, we talked a lot about him. 15 kills on board. What a great start he had. He definitely slowed down towards the middle of the game, but the start he had really gave the side of Paradox the boost they needed to win this S&D map in a very convincing fashion. Danilo, when Muji started to slow things down, Danilo picked up the pace. 12 kills on board until the very end. And those are the only 2 players on double digits on the winning roster. The only one on double digits on the other side was Sensei with 10 on board. But again, you have to feel bad for him because Sensei, as well as Maven, are still going to be playing EACS. They still have 1 match to play next week. But unfortunately, they won't be moving into the next stage.
Yeah, I mean, not really where you want to be if you're a team right now on the EACS. It's a sad one. But, maybe in a universe, they still have a chance here. If we see an NRW lose today and lose next week, I don't know. It might happen, Charlie. You can't say never. It's not impossible. These things happen. If NRW can't lose, you might just see, Maven going surprise the world and actually qualify. But PDX, congratulations to you guys. Good luck on the playoffs, man. Good luck to them.
Yep, they're gonna have to play. They're gonna have to play the side of NRW next week to decide if they are top of the group or if they're gonna have to settle for the 2nd place. That being said, though, with Exclusive having already lost in a 2-0 fashion in Group D, it might actually not be that dumb of a decision to be in 2nd place. That being said, though, we need to take a closer look at how the bracket is going to be constructed regarding the seeds of each group. But that's going to be it for the first BO3. We still have 1 more to go, so don't go away, ladies and gents. Bear with us with a short break. Obviously, get your favorite drink of choice, your favorite snack, and wait a couple minutes until we get the next 2 teams set up and we'll jump into the action. Sakura, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. And you?
I'm doing perfectly fine myself. Thank you very much for asking. And it's indeed great to hear that you're doing fine as well. Sakura, your team has a roster that should be well known to everybody who's familiar with the European competitive scene of Call of Duty Mobile. However, the team name NRW International doesn't necessarily ring any bells. So can you tell me a bit more about the history of this team?
Yeah, sure. The history is that we are all players from Elements, and the rest we found from the word chat, like XE, Bobo, and the rest we just found there from, the different word chat zones.
Interesting.
There's nothing behind it.
How long has the team been around? Like, how long have you been playing as a roster together?
I think 1 week before the tournament we made the roster.
Interesting. So a very new roster. How's the chemistry going so far?
It's perfect. We all iPad. We don't need any chemistry. We just beat everyone.
All right, I like the confidence. Well, the team might be new, but the players are very experienced, so that is a great start. I want to go back to the qualifiers for EACS, though. You guys had to face Animus in round number 2 of the upper bracket, and to be fair, that matchup was a very close one, even though the score says it was a 2-0. The Hardpoint game was incredibly close, where Animus somehow managed to make an insane comeback happen. In S&D, you guys actually managed to win. However, you got DQ'd because of prohibited items being used. My question is, though, to make things short, do you think you can beat Animus in a rematch?
Of course we can. We only lost because we let them win on purpose, so they can have like a little taste of winning.
All right. Well, I wonder what Animus are going to be thinking after watching this interview. But even though you let them win, yeah, was there anything you got to learn from that particular matchup against Animus that might improve your chances of winning EACS?
Yeah, there's only one thing, and it's that they are very shit at gunfights, so we could easily beat them. But we didn't just go in the point, so we didn't really care about the point.
Okay, so it was all part of your plan then, right?
Yeah, to match them again in the finals.
Okay, well, we talked about Animus. They are one of the top 3 teams from EU participating in ESCS. You've already faced them. How worried are you, though, about Exclusive, who conclude the top 3 of European teams in EACS alongside your team?
It's pretty easy. Exclusive is just a more worse team than Animus, so we beat them too.
All right, I like the confidence. We'll see if you can, bring what you're saying to the playing field as well. But if you had to guess, how high are your chances, or rather, what are the odds of NRW to win EACS?
If we're playing a tournament, there is no odd. We win it. There is no percent. 100% we win.
Okay,
We enter
well,
it and we take top place.
you are determined. I love to hear that, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you guys play. But what is, or rather, who is, in your opinion, one player from your team, from your roster, that we should definitely be keeping an eye on?
Of course, it's me, Sakuta, as always. They didn't let me play because I always nuke them. You can ask Narcs. I nuked their team in ranked before, their whole team, 1 week before this tournament. I nuked them.
All right, so you are the ace under the sleeve of NRW. Whenever
Yes.
things start to go down, they bring in Sakuta, and then it's all wins from there, right?
Yes.
Love to hear that, man. Love to hear that. Well, now I need you to be very honest with me. Who in your team blames the lag even when they just simply cannot hit their shot?
Zuko.
All right. I don't know if Zuka is going to be happy about that one, but thank you for the input. Back to a bit more serious question, though. Is there anything in your preparation that you do differently depending on the rotations and the opponents that you are facing? Like, do you prepare the same way to play against a newcomer team as you do to play against enemies, for example?
No, we don't prep at all. Like, we just play inners, have fun and ranked a little bit. We never really practice or scrimmed a lot before a tournament. We just have fun.
So you're in for the ride wherever it takes you. Just enjoy the ride as much as possible, not taking things any seriously, right?
No, not serious.
Interesting approach indeed. Is there, however, a particular game mode or a particular map that you prefer to the rest? And also, is there a map where you have noticed maybe you struggle a little bit?
No, there's not a single map or mode we really struggle. We are good at every map, every mode.
So you are very confident going into this EACS. Glad to hear that. However, if the impossible were to happen and you encounter a setback, how does your team and you personally handle those setbacks?
We don't handle it all because we rarely lose. And if we lose, we don't really care.
That's one way to go about things. Well, I wish you best of luck, and hopefully you won't be encountering any setbacks in the ACS. That being said, though, before I let you go, the stage is yours, and you can say whatever you like to everybody watching right now.
Ich will nichts sagen, alles gut.
All right, that will do. That, ladies and gents, was Sakuta from NRW. Have fun watching the rest of the action for tonight in EACS. Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm here tonight with Sensei from Maven. Sensei, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm doing good as well. Thank you very much for asking. Well, we've gotten to see you guys as a roster in action quite a bit through the qualifiers. We know you guys are a promising team, Sensei, but I want to learn more about the history of the roster. Can you tell us more about when the team was founded, who founded it, and who joined later on?
Yeah, sure. Maven was founded in 2020 by a group of friends. We started out as a Filipino roster and eventually made it out to T2 rankings. But in 2021 we disbanded as we stepped away from Codem for a while. And I came back last season with a goal of reviving Maven and giving it another shot to the competitive scene.
Not bad. A very interesting history. So you started very early on, had a bit of fun together, kind of disbanded or, gave up on Call of Duty Mobile, and now you're making a comeback. Well, that's interesting. I'd like to shift the focus towards the tournament now, and I'll be very blunt. Are you participating to win it all, or are you focused more on growth and experience, knowing that you are not one of the favorites to win it?
Yeah, we're here to win it all, of course. That's always the goal. But at the same time, every tournament is a chance to grow, especially when you're up against top tier team.
That is indeed the case. Well, you had a little bit of an experience with NRW, which are one of the favorites to win it. So I guess we could call it a tier 1 team. Ended up losing to them, but we'll come to that later on. You made it through the loser bracket, so very happy to see you guys in action here in the main event. But what else would make this tournament a success for you, even if you don't end up winning it?
If my team and I walk away knowing we gave everything we had, played at our highest level, and learned something valuable to bring into the next event, I call that a success.
That is indeed what I was expecting to hear from you. You're very confident, and I definitely like that one. I'll ask a more specific question. Yep. Which map do you feel most confident on, and why is that?
Maybe Ascenda, the way it plays suits our playstyle. We spend a lot of hours refining strats there.
How about an S&D map?
Probably Pyro Range, because it's maybe our strongest map to play in S&D.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys play in S&D. Interestingly enough, though, I had an interview with Noé from Kentic, and they prefer Hacienda in Hardpoint as well. So I don't know if you guys will go up against each other, but if you do, I hope it will be on Hacienda to see who comes out on top. Another question, Sensei, how has your team improved since the qualifiers? I mentioned that you were struggling a little bit against the side of NRW, which was kind of understandable. They were the favorites to win it, and they did manage to qualify as well. You did, however, do well in the lower bracket and earned your way in this event. Have you had time to practice and, I don't know, learn from your mistakes that you made in the first BO3 against NRW?
Yeah, since the qualifiers, we made significant improvements by identifying and addressing our mistakes. We made, with addition of new players, we've worked hard to improve our communication and have explored different strategies to strengthen our gameplay. We also focus on building chemistry and trust within the team, which has led to more cohesive and confident performance.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you guys in action since you've been, going back to the drawing board and practicing quite a bit. I will ask you one more question, though. This is a very direct one. Who is the best player in this event, Sensei? You can always name yourself if you want to, but I need a name.
Nah, I can't name anyone, but I have to say my entire team, every single one of them offers something unique, and I know what they're capable of.
All right, a man that believes in his team. I'm almost rooting for you guys. Yeah, I'm unbiased, but I'm looking forward to seeing Maven in action. Well, Sensei, it was a pleasure talking to you, my man. I wish you guys best of luck in the tournament. However, before I let you go, you have the chance to say something to everyone watching the broadcast right now. That can be in your own native language as well, if you like.
Hey guys, support us and watch out for Maven. We're an incoming team. We have some pure rookies coming to the league, to the competitive scene. So watch out for Maven, guys.
Well, that was Sensei from Maven. Ladies and gents, I wish you a very pleasant evening and enjoy the rest of the action.
Good evening, everyone. Goodbye.
Good evening, ladies and gents in chat. I have the pleasure to be joined by one of the players of NRW International, Sakuta. Sakuta, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. And you?
I'm doing perfectly fine myself. Thank you very much for asking. And it's indeed great to hear that you're doing fine as well. Sakuta, your team has a roster that should be well known to everybody who's familiar with the European competitive scene of Call of Duty Mobile. However, the team name NRW International doesn't necessarily ring any bells. So can you tell me a bit more about the history of this team?
Yeah, sure. The history is that we are all players from Elements, and the rest we found from the word chat, like XE, Bobo, and the rest. We just found there from, the different word chat zones.
Interesting.
There's nothing behind it.
How long has the team been around? Like, how long have you been playing as a roster together?
I think 1 week before the tournament, we made the roster.
Interesting. So a very new roster. How's the chemistry going so far?
It's perfect. We all iPad. We don't need any chemistry. We just beat everyone.
All right. I like the confidence. Well, the team might be new, but the players are very experienced. So that is a great start. I want to go back to the qualifiers for EACS though. You guys had to face Animus in round number 2 of the upper bracket. And to be fair, that matchup was a very close one, even though the score says it was a 2-0. The Hardpoint game was incredibly close, where Animus somehow managed to make an insane comeback happen. In S&D, you guys actually managed to win. However, you got DQ'd because of prohibited items being used. My question is, though, to make things short, do you think you can beat Animus in a rematch?
Of course we can. We only lost because we let them win on purpose, so they can have like a little taste of winning.
All right. Well, I wonder what Animus are going to be thinking after watching this interview. But even though you let them win, was there anything you got to learn from that particular matchup against Animus that might improve your chances of winning EACS?
Yeah, there's only one thing, and it's that they are very shit at gunfights, so we could easily beat them. But we didn't just go in the point, so we didn't really care about the point.
Okay, so it was all part of your plan then, right?
Yeah, to match them again in the finals.
Okay, well, we talked about Animus. They are one of the top 3 teams from EU participating in EACS. You've already faced them. How worried are you, though, about Exclusive, who conclude the top 3 of European teams in the EACS alongside your team?
It's pretty easy. Exclusive is just a more worse team than Animus, so we beat them too.
All right, I like the confidence. We'll see if you can, bring what you're saying to the playing field as well. But if you had to guess, how high are your chances, or rather, what are the odds of NRW to win EACS?
If we're playing a tournament, there is no odd. We win it. There is no percent. 100% we win.
Okay,
We enter
well,
it and we take top place.
you are determined. I love to hear that, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you guys play. But what is, or rather, who is, in your opinion, one player from your team, from your roster, that we should definitely be keeping an eye on?
Of course, it's me, Sakuta, as always. They didn't let me play because I always nuke them. You can ask Narcs. I nuked their team in ranked before, their whole team, 1 week before this tournament. I nuked them.
All right, so you are the ace under the sleeve of NRW. Whenever
Yes.
things start to go down, they bring in Sakuta, and then it's all wins from there, right?
Yes.
Love to hear that, man. Love to hear that. Well, now I need you to be very honest with me. Who in your team blames the lag even when they just simply cannot hit their shots?
Zuko.
All right. I don't know if Zuka is going to be happy about that one, but thank you for the input. Back to a bit more serious question, though. Is there anything in your preparation that you do differently depending on the rotations and the opponents that you are facing? Like, do you prepare the same way to play against a newcomer team as you do to play against Animus, for example?
No, we don't prep at all. Like, we just play inners, have fun and ranked a little bit. We never really practice or scrimmed a lot before a tournament. We just have fun.
So you're in for the ride wherever it takes you. Just enjoy the ride as much as possible, not taking things any seriously, right?
No, not serious.
Interesting approach indeed. Is there, however, a particular game mode or a particular map that you prefer to the rest? And also, is there a map where you have noticed maybe you struggle a little bit?
No, there's not a single map or mode we really struggle. We are good at every map, every mode.
So you are very confident going into this. Welcome back, ladies and gents. I hope you had as much fun as Kel and I had watching that hilarious interview from Sakuta of NRW, as well as the interview of Maven with Sensei, which was not as funny, but nevertheless very insightful. We have one more BO3 to take a look at, and it's going to be NRW facing the side of Eternals. Both Kel and I are going to have to agree on this one that NRW have the better odds of winning. So we're not going to bet on it. Not this time, but maybe in one of the upcoming broadcasts. But while we give... Well, we'll first take a look at the NRW roster that is participating tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't... I mean, Sakuta was meant to play, and, everybody would have loved to see Sakuta play after hearing his words in the interview.
I would have. I
Yeah,
totally would have loved to see him play.
He's gonna get subbed by Chris. That is the last minute change. We do have Zuko, Kiri, Lighty, Xi, and Chris. If I'm not mistaken, Xi is not gonna be running that particular in-game name. Is gonna be some weird characters that neither Kel nor I can pronounce. So we're gonna be calling him Xi because that's the name he goes by. But you never know. Maybe he's gonna surprise us in a positive way, and he's gonna
I
find
agree.
a name change last second before we jump into the action. That is going to be the NRW international roster, though.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there's so I was, I mean, after the interview there, the only player I wanted to see so badly was Sakuta, and somehow Blood decided to not play, man. So I mean, we are just gonna have to wait for another day to get and see what the man can actually bring to the table. But for today, unfortunately, no Sakuta. But we have Chris here, we have Zell, Lighty, Kiri, and Zuko. So yeah. And now W are not looking bad, but Thanos, of course, the African kings here, Angel, Demon, Lucifer. How do you have Angel and Demon and Lucifer on the same team, Blood? How does that work? How?
Yeah, that is something the boys explained to me in the interview as well. I don't think the chat has already seen the interview, but I'll explain it as briefly as possible. Eternals, the team name, is meant to signify immortality. So pretty much every in-game name or every player is meant to be immortal. Angel, Demon, and Lucifer kind of fits that theme. Odin Spammer, I don't know. Large Watkins, I don't know either. Maybe they had they wanted to stand out, but we'll figure out how immortal these guys are in Hardpoint and in S&D. Those are the two guaranteed maps we're going to be taking a look at. And here we have the maps as well. Hacienda is going to be the hardpoint one. Then we'll be jumping into S&D on fire range. And if required, it is going to be Crossfire, where we're going to be seeing potentially the very first control game of EACS. But, the odds of jumping into a control game for this particular BO3, I think, are even smaller than the odds we had for a control game in the first BO3 we saw tonight.
Yeah, if I'm going to be factual here, as much as as much as we all think and we all believe, and now W are going to get easy 2-0, something tells me there's a 2-1 somewhere lurking, hopefully for Eternals. And maybe, I did say Eternals might actually still get the win, guys. So I might be able to get Uncle Blood's house by the end of today. I don't know, maybe chat, bro. Eternals, you guys just have to somehow surprise me on the day, bro. And now W clearly look better, man. They've been the better team. And we're all bragging from Sakuta, man. If they do not win the EACS, man, the aura loss, oh my god. Minus 10 million aura for every single player, and minus infinity aura for Sakuta himself, man. This is going to be something for the history books. But yeah, I guess we're going to find out how hard Financian is going to look like. What do you think the scoreline is going to be for hard Financian, man?
That's difficult to predict. I mean, against the side of Maven, the side of NRW looked very convincing. Again, it was not Hacienda, I believe it was Summit that we saw in Hardpoint over there. And towards the end, they were so confident that they just didn't step inside of the point and went just for kills, or rather gifting the side of Maven a couple more points. The scoreboard, though, was 250 to 124. So I'm expecting 100 plus points coming through from the side of Eternals here.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a total blowout, even though NRW are going to get a 5-star rating. That is some scary shit. That is the kind of thing as a rating you never want to see if you're playing any matchup. It's a 5-star versus an actual 3-star. The difference is clear. NRW clearly look a lot better. So now Eternals, man, they have a lot on their books, guys. So yeah, good luck to both sides, man, and may the best team win here. Let's go.
Indeed, may the best team win. We do have no Chinese character in-game name, so that's I'm very glad to see that. Zuko, Kiri, Lighty, Xi, and Chris, the 5 players. But we're gonna have to restart this one. This side of Eternals are having a couple issues. That, however, gives us maybe not announce the player of the week. I will announce it later on. Just wait for the announcement at the end of this BO3, ladies and gents. But we already have the winner, or rather the MVP of week 1. Apparently, one player, I'm not going to say who, did not download the map, so we're going to have to wait for him to do that, and then we'll be jumping into the action. But in the meantime, we can take a look at the statistics for both teams. Obviously, NRW have that 5-star rating, which kind of makes it understandable why Sakuta was saying what he was saying in his interview. But still, they've dropped 3 maps. Their map record is not flawless. It's been 12-3. However, credit where credit is due, they've had to play against the side of Animus, and they lost that particular one in the qualifiers in a 2-0 fashion. It was in this very map, however, that Animus made a beautiful comeback against the side of NRW out of nowhere in P4. In P4 it was where they secured the victory. It was a very, very close one. So, if someone wants to figure out how to beat the side of NRW in Hardpoint Ascend, definitely watch that VOD on how Animus did it. In S&D, they actually managed to beat Animus, but they got themselves DQ'd. So we'll see. Maybe they get themselves DQ'd here against the side of Eternals. You never know.
Yeah, I don't think that's something you would want to happen, And now W, again, man, the interview there, that is something I will be rewatching a lot throughout the event. Now, I will make sure when the event ends, I will come back, I will remind everybody what Sakuta said. So, Sakuta, good, best of luck to you, man. Best of luck to NRC. That again, to go and restart things. The boys in here, Thanos, are just looking for a way to go and get the series win. But NRW, too confident, Maybe it might not come back to bite them. But so far, 2-0, Hardpoint, P1, PDX style, they already get the P1 locked in.
Yeah, nicely done. NRW able to find 3 seconds inside of the point. However, the side of Eternals do manage to get control of it. We do have Odin Spammer living up to his name. He has the Odin, not Lighty, able to find one. Odin Spammer is going to fall to Chris. Chris, 2 kills on board, throwing the trophy inside of the point. Angel is doing a fantastic job to stay alive inside of the smoke. He's going to be taken care of. And we do have Odin Spammer falling to Chris yet again. Chris with a very nice start. 4 kills, has the Hunter Killer ready. And P1 is looking like it's going to side of NRW's way because it's raining kills for them as soon as they said that Angel and Odin Spammer able to find 1 pick each.
I mean, to be fair, his name is Odin Spammer, and he's with the Odin. So I think that's only fair. He's leaving up to the name there, no doubt. And so far, so good. It's 21-11, almost double the lead in favor in NRW. Eternals now have to make their way for P2. They are not going to get there first, though. So rotations are not going to be their strong suit here. Might be a problem later on in the game. But so far, in NRW, having a field train, Chris gets a double kill. They are going to have that P2 locked in, 31-11, close to that 50-point mark, and no single contest whatsoever for the boys in yellow.
Yeah, they're trying. They're all pushing driveway now as they do have driveway spawns. However, they are unable to push through. Odin Spam are able to find an opening kill. Zuko finds a trade. Demon finds a trade of his own. But look at that. Kiri and Chris able to keep that point clear for the time being. Demon pushing through. He's going to fall. We do have Lighty with a switchblade. Lighty also a player to keep an eye out for, just like that. Finds a double in Zig. Nicely done as the side of Eternals unable to break through in this P2. And to be fair, if I'm Eternals right now, I don't even care about the remaining 13 seconds. At that point, I go for next. And Large Watkins appears to be AFK. That is... okay, he's moving now, so no damage done, at least for the time being. Lucifer is already inside of the next. However, Kiri on platform now staying inside of the office, expecting the pushes to come through. And Lighty is already making his way and finds a double before falling to Lucifer. We do have Xi pulling out his operator, the Annihilator, as well as Odin Spammer, who pulled out his Tempest, able to find one, but no more than that, and he's traded.
I mean, so far, so good. NRW are definitely doing what they said they were going to do. Go and get that win. Thanos now struggling to find any footing whatsoever. Now the Claw, Kiwi, gets a double, does work. Nasty backshots, no doubt. And 93-point mark, about to cross 100. And the Thanos here really struggling. The Claw still active, going for that spawn trap. And they are just decimating the boys in yellow. Not a single chance whatsoever. NRW, now Chris, the Equalizer pulled out there. Not able to use that one. That's going to get shut down very early. But so far, Thanos, they've not been able to get a boy of 11 since P1. What's happening, man?
Yeah, it was absolutely insane. In this P3, we did have NRW pulling out all of their operators, 3 at the same time as well. So huge investment coming from them, but it's paying off because look at the scoreboard. They have a fantastic lead, an immense lead. Kiri is spawn trapping the opposition. He's already streaked up to Pred, looking to get the EMP system. Is going to be able to find a double near rocks as well, which is perfect for the rotation towards the next hard point. Zuko and Xi1 able to find 1 pick each. Kiri keeps on going with the Odin, and NRW just like that, only losing 2 seconds to the side of Eternals, even though they didn't have the spawns, they didn't have the rotation going for them towards this P4.
I mean, now to be factual here, the Titans have only had 2 points since P2, man. It's now 142-13, and this is not what I expected. I mean, I did say maybe they might win 2-1, but I think I might be speaking. I might have been drunk there. I don't know why I was talking about, chat. That was not me. That was not Carl. Maybe Uncle Blood influenced me there, chat. That had to be what happened, bro. So far, so good. The Titans are getting decimated. They are getting touched in places they did not even know existed. So far, NRW absolutely consistently destroying the board so far. 164 as we now make our way back to P1. Eternals here not having a good day on the field at all, as they are absolutely getting taught how to play Call of Duty Mobile, man. Not fair.
Yeah, they're not having fun. I can tell you that much because I know I've experienced these players in a ranked, not in a competitive setting, thanks God. But yeah, it's difficult to play against these guys. And look, the scoreboard paints a perfect picture. Look at that, Lighty with a switchblade, able to find a beautiful two-piece, quickly traded, but Eternals unable to translate that into points going into their favor, just like that. And RW with Kiri able to clear out the point with a claw. 22 kills on board for Kiri already. And to be fair, I don't think we're going to be seeing a third rotation of points if things keep on going this way. Kiri still with a claw. He's yet to die. And now with the Odin, he's going to get a taste of his own medicine. Odin Spammer able to find the pick on him from behind. Demon able to find a couple kills, but quickly traded as NRW edging towards that 200 points mark. Odin Spammer finds double, quickly traded by Zuko. 201 indeed on the scoreboard. And now the rotation towards P2 is coming through. However, the Eternals, they do have the spawns, but they don't have the answer against XI. Well, now they do. They're able to find a pick on him. Chris pulling out the equalizer. Lighty pulling out the death machine. This is a bloodbath.
I mean, I've got to agree with you on that one. And mind you, the only player, okay, now we have Angel above 10, but before now, the only player above 10 was Odin Spammer. He's actually got 22 kills. That's a lot, but he cannot carry the team to victory alone. He's going to need help there. And if you look at what Watkins is using, if I'm not mistaken, that's a shotgun. It's about what is he using, Chad? I don't know if I can actually see that real quick, but Watkins with a shot, I don't think that will work. You've got the 3-kill mark. You're not in your team, and now the man left the game. So yeah, that's it, man. And you might as well call it dumps here. 15-point mark for Eternals, a little under 20, and NRW are just better. Unfortunately, man. Unfortunately, man. Blood is going to keep his house, man. Blood is going to keep his house. Damn it, man. Damn it. Can't believe I lost Blood's house, man.
Not much to say. Not much to say about that one. NRW.
Nothing to say, actually. Nothing to say, man. Nothing. I'm just mute now. Really.
Yeah, NRW had fun. Eternals, I can tell you, I can promise you, they did not have fun at all. 250 to 15. We do have one person that left. That was a large Watkins, but that doesn't really matter. He only had 3 kills at the time that he left. Yeah. XI, he was enjoying himself. 34 kills on board for him. 22 for Lighty, Kiri on 26. 23 for Zuko and Chris. Subbing in for Sakuta, he's on 19. Everybody going positive on the winning roster, which is obviously to be expected. On the other side, it was Odin Spammer trying his very, very best. He got 23 kills, and to be fair, getting 23 kills against this NRW roster is already an achievement. We did have Angel on 12, 9 for Lucifer, Demon on 10, and Large Watkins on 3. However, I'm not very convinced that he left intentionally. He appeared to be AFK during the game at one point, so maybe he's having issues. Hopefully he's going to be able to resolve them before we jump into the S&D game, because S&D, again, at least from what we have seen from the side of NRW so far, I don't want to say struggled against the side of Maven, but they did end up losing 5 rounds in S&D in week 1 against the side of Maven. So if Eternals have a chance to win a map, it will be S&D, which is going to be Fire and Grange, but that is going to be difficult. I can promise you that one.
I do like to be the caster, just try to be a little bit balanced and all that. But it is not happening. It is no. it might be a 7-0. It might be a 7-0. Let's factor here, man. It is not. I'm going to do the Nigerian thing. It not going to happen. That's the word there. Eternals, man. Nah. This has not been a good day on Hardpoint. S&D, I think it's only going to get worse. You know, it only gets worse from here. That's the phrase I'm going to go and use, man. So maybe not 7-0, but there's no win, man. They are not winning anything. It's an NRW game. 2-0. Close it off. Well, I might be wrong. Chad.
I hope you're wrong. I still believe that the side of Eternals can at least make it difficult for the side of NRW. Winning is it's not probable, but I definitely want to see a control game in EACS. And if we go another week without a control game, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So please, somebody throw a map. Give me a control game, man. Is that too much to ask for? Like, come on.
I mean, to be fair, if we are going to see a control game, it's not going to be today, man. We know that. It's not going to be today. Hopefully, though, I think we went throughout the all African qualifiers without a single third map. I think that was, towards the ending, I think we did see one third map, but we did not see any third maps from that. It was literally so wild. And hopefully this time we do actually go anti that third map on control, but I don't think it's going to be today, man. Eternals, not a bad team, just not their good day, not their lucky day. NRW, clearly better. 5-star versus 3-star. It's like, I would want to use a football analogy here, but then, I've seen Brighton beat Man City, so I can't even say that's it. I don't know what this is, but NRW are just clearly better, man. Clearly better gun skill wise.
I don't know if Man City is the best example for a 5-star team, at least this season, but I'll just that's just a side note. Jumping into the action though in a short bit, I was being told by the chat that actually it was African Pink, the NRW boys. They were on 8200 MS, but they still did manage to pull out that kind of performance, so that is very promising. That being said, we jump straight into the action. Zuko able to find the opening frag on Denzel. Now, Demon on top wood, expecting Zuko to push through, but Zuko has already made his way inside of the trailer. Still a 4v5. Everybody's moving, so Lord Watkins, who was AFK at the start, he's back as well. XI able to find one, Zuko able to find one. It's a double for XI and Zuko each in this round, and it's Demon left against the world. Can he do this one? Well, he's trying, but he's not going to succeed. A triple for Zuko in round number 1, a double for XI, and that's a quick victorious round for NRW.
Blood, we are going to have it this way. I say 7-0. What do you say, man? I say 7-0. What do you say?
7-1.
So it's my house against yours, man. Let's go. House is on the line, Chad. House is on the line.
This is not for the house. No, but I'm gonna stick to the 7-1. I'm gonna stick to the 7-1. I believe in Eternals, and I think, oh, look at that. That's a piece of beauty from Zuko. A double, and this time is Denzel left to clutch it all up with the BMP. Smoke on bottom wood. Zuko is rushing as if there's no tomorrow, and he's able to find the pick as well. 2-0 win, or not win, but 2-0 scoreboard as of now for the side of NRW.
I mean, 2-0 NRW just clearly a lot faster here in terms of gameplay, in terms of winning their gunfight. Zuko, the fire bending prince there, absolutely bringing fire to the main stage here, absolutely getting those vital kills. It's on the back foot. It's a 5v5. Nobody has contacts, but now they make a jungle push and they might get punished now. First kill, all this power confirms the trade of Lad Watkins, a small point to value. 3v4, but it's next out a double, making a triple. He's gonna get 3. Kill. It's a 3v1, all this power left to get him, save them, maybe. The sniper takes the double. Oh my god, what am I watching?
The wallbang of XI, though, clutches things up for NRW. Nicely done, nevertheless, from Odin Spimmer. He was the MVP in the Hardpoint game and is currently the best player for his roster in S&D as well. So, not bad at all. However, he's going to need support from his team. XI able to find a pick on Denzel. The audacity to just peek mid right there with a sniper in hand. That is absolutely insane, but that's, average NRW performance. Zuko buddy shooting as Demon is looking to hide and stay alive, but He's not going to be able to survive the push of Zuko. 4-0, and this is looking like it might be a very quick BO3, ladies and gents.
Yeah, guys, I said 7-0, right? Now 4-0, and now W just, clearly glazing through the boys here. Thanos, not a good day at all, chat. They are getting handled in. This might not be the best day for them. Next time, first kill confirms that one. Now, Demon Angel trying to go and sleep, but now look at that Zuko as well, getting value XI. He's going to get punished by Otis Farmer. A little bit too overextended, and he's going to get found there. Now, Zuko fights two players, but Demon fights him, and finally, and Thanos about to break my prediction, guys.
Lighty finds one, and surely Chris is going to be able to find the other. No, not really. Demon's still alive. He's going to get pushed from top. Lighty with a sniper is very close to Showers as well. Just holding the angle, but what can Demon do? Chris now playing with the dead silence, looking to go on top. Oh, he spotted Chris. No, he did not, but Chris definitely spotted him. He's going to be able to find a kill and keep your prediction alive as well, Cal.
Bomb spotted.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. 5-0. Here we go. It's round 6. I almost had a heart attack there, guys. So I am still breathing, just so you guys don't know that. But now it's 5-0. Not able to get a single round yet. Audience found on the 4-kill mark. Angel yet to get a single kill. I guess God isn't up in the match, is he now? Sniper in hand. Audience Farmer trying to get a single pixel. It's not going to find any. Now Kimi might get the 1 kill on top. What's the no? The whole bang is not going to work out. And Audience Farmer still falls now. 5v4. Numbers are going to get for him. Zuko finds one. Large Watkins for that trade. Then maybe might see Darby's going to get a double as well. 3v3. And they are tied up in numbers here.
Oh, it's a 2v3 now. Eternals has the player advantage, but Lighty what is Lighty doing? I have absolutely no idea. Somehow manages to survive that one. Angel finds a pick on Chris. And now my prediction is starting to look way more likely. Lighty, though, somehow choked that particular 1v1. He's in a 1v3 now. Time ticking down. Large Watkins surely has this one. Angel does, and it's 5-1.
It's not over yet.
Yeah, just to be clear, we did not stake our houses, right?
Yeah, we did. What? No, we did not.
We did not, guys. And now it's around 7 here, and W, absolutely, they have that least over Thanos. Maybe this might be the start of an actual comeback. You can't never tell. You can't write them off here. Lights, sniper in hand. Man topped him, trying to get the angle, but he's not going to find him. But now Demon slides in. Nobody finds him. Zuko back and forth on that kill feed so far. 4v4. Numbers are going to get tied up. And Kiwi Denzel finds him with a backstab there and finds that kill. VNP in hand. Plants comes through for Zuko now very fast. And Tana was just finding somehow trying to stay alive here. They do have 5-1, so maybe it might be 5-2.
Yeah, it's looking good. Xi, the only player left alive, and now it's a 1v3. They need to clutch, and the bomb they need to protect. Oh, that's it. How do you push that? You're low on health. This guy just goes for it. He does not care, but Large Watkins does not care either. He's body shooting. He's having fun. He's going to clutch around for his team, and that is a very crucial round indeed. Now that we switch sides, we might be seeing a whole different picture, a whole different performance coming from the side of Eternals.
The only thing about people right now is that we both did not get the correct prediction there.
Yep.
So that's the only thing giving me a life right now, guys. And now it's round 8 here, 5-2. And Tana was just, trying to maybe pull off that comeback we never saw coming in our W. Might get shut down here. We never can tell. 5-2. Snipers have to do the very first thing, get that first blood off. Chris now going through that A-long. There's nobody confronting the man. He might get the first pick there. Watkins sees him. But nobody commits to that gunfight, so. Watkins, man. But Chris with the slide and the confirmation, but Odin's power is so sniper. Angel finds the one value. Denzel overextending, and Xi shuts him down. It's a 4v3, and our W do have numbers here, unfortunately, man.
Yeah, they're planting the bomb as well, and Xi is not to be stopped. The Muji we saw in the first S&D game of the night. He's enjoying himself with that sniper. 13 kills on board. Zuko also joining him on double digits and also 13. Make it 14 as he finds the last kill of that particular round. Now it's match round for them. If they win this one, it's yet another 2-0 victory for them, and it's the side of NRW guaranteeing themselves the ticket into the next stage of the tournament. And I think the Eternals, if they want to make a comeback happen, yeah, they're gonna need a miracle and a half.
Yeah, European champs. That one is 6-2. Series spread, match win, whatever point you want to call it now. And look at the numbers just die off. It's a 4v2 with Kiwi. And now they dodge over the spam on the sniper, not the best choice there. And Angel left to clutch a 1v4, make that a 1v3. Might still keep them alive there. Maybe you can't just tell that Angel sniper takes a double mid-air. He doesn't let the man land. And now to 1v2 Angel. I just give it to where the pistol.
my God.
Oh, Mike Tyson! Can grab the last year with 7-2 NRW. Oh, you're winners there.
Yeah, Derek's did it in the first S&D game of the night, and XI does it here on the second S&D of the night, and it's going to be yet another 2-0 victory, ladies and gents. No control game, at least not in Group A so far after 2 weeks of EACS, but maybe tomorrow in Group B we'll be seeing the first control game of EACS so far. That being said, gotta give credit to the side of Eternals for trying their very best. They did manage to steal 2 rounds away. However, it was, from the very beginning, they knew it's going to be difficult. This time it's not just one player missing, it's 2. But that doesn't really matter because the players that matter right now are Zuko and XI, both of them on 15 kills each. That is absolutely insane. Chris, 6, Kiri, 3, Lighty, only able to find 1. But, they found what matters the most, and that's the victory in a 7-2 fashion. That is something. And to be fair, NRW so far, what Sakuta said in his interview, they've managed to back it all up inside of the game as well.
Yeah, no doubt of that. 7-2 Hardpoint scored very convincing. A little bit too convincing there. S&D also the same thing. 7-2, just clearly better on the evening. NRW 2-0, man. They have now also qualified for the playoffs. So it's PDX now against NRW to decide who's going to get that number 1 spot. And, before we go off for the evening, I want to ask you, what do you think? NRW PDX, what do you think? Who gets that?
That's a tough one. I'll stick with NRW. I love Paradox, but I think, the ping is going to play a huge role, but nevertheless, I think NRW are going to be able to win it. It might be a 2-1 victory. I'm not saying they're going to be able to 2-0 Paradox, but I think NRW are going to be able to squeeze away the win. Here are the standings, ladies and gents, after week 1. We have not updated the results of tonight, but you can already see it is actually updated for today. I'm the one who is not looking right, but yeah, we have NRW and Paradox already on 6 points each, and that means they are qualified. Maven and Eternals, they're gonna have to battle it out in week 3 for 3rd spot, which counts to absolutely nothing because only the first 2 places move on into the next stage. But yeah, that is all the action for tonight. At least, yeah, that's all the action for tonight, actually. We have only one thing left, Cal, and that is to announce who the MVP of week 1 was. And I'll start with the 2nd spot, because the player that actually got 2nd in the MVP results, which was a poll voting on Discord. So if you want to participate into the next voting, make sure to join the Discord server. It was XI, able to find 25% of all the votes, and to be fair, his performance tonight kind of shows why he deserves to be in that spot. However, the winner with 36% of the votes was Benz from Monarchs after his incredible performance against Side of Exclusive last Friday in Group D, where Monarchs did, interestingly enough, manage to beat the Side of Exclusive in a 2-0 fashion. But yeah, there's still plenty of action to go on in Group D. Nothing has been decided yet. Nevertheless, a very huge upset for the European heavyweights.
I think the whole Group D matchup there, I wouldn't lie. I mean, I love Monax. I've seen these guys play a lot of times, and they are top notch. But I never thought they were going to absolutely turn it exclusive 2-0. That was an absolute shocker and a masterclass from Monax. So, but exclusive, never to write them down. These are great guys. These are pro players. They've been here before. They know how to fall and they know how to get back up. So I still think they most likely will be qualifying from that group, man. No doubt. No doubt.
Well, that's left to be seen. We're going to have to wait until Friday to get some Group D action. However, you don't have to wait that long, ladies and gents, for more EACS action because we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, with Group B. Now, Group B, who's playing? I believe it's going to be Eclipse against CR7 and Ace against Cantic. So it's going to be Africa against Africa and EU against EU. We have no mix in Group B for week 2. But nevertheless, 2 very exciting BA3s awaiting us tomorrow. That being said, that's all of the action, all of the input that we had for you guys tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in into the action, and we'll catch you tomorrow starting at 9 p.m. CT with Group B. Until then, stay safe.
Goodbye, guys.